Hey everybody. Sorry I haven't been making any videos in the last week. It's been kind of crazy. I'm sure it's been crazy for you, even though I'm stuck in my house. My son that I talked about in the last live stream has still been very ill, and I've been taking care of him. He was diagnosed with mononucleosis, so it was not COVID-19, thank you God, but it's still an illness that is going to linger for a long time. Hey, Vineet, thanks for joining in. So he has an extreme sore throat, and I've been nursing him. And I mean, he's out of quarantine. He was in isolation in the basement the first week, and now he's upstairs with us, but it's still really hard. Hey, Vineet, how has it been going for you? Are you in isolation? Are you an essential worker? Are you able to go out to work? Or are you having to be stuck at home? I really haven't been watching any movies. I've got to do. I watched a kind of film called Dia, and I still need to record a review of that. I will soon. Boy, it had a really shocking ending. It was quite like. And then I did a podcast beneath with Manish Mathur, who has this Hey Louisville Blues. I did a podcast about Bangalore Days. So I don't think I've ever done a video about Bangalore Days. But anyway, we had a Hey Anish, how are you doing in Mumbai? So I may do a video about Bangalore Days. It was such a comfort watch for me. Hey Vishal. It was such a comfort watch for me. I mean, it's a movie I've seen multiple times, and I read an article that actually my friend Suchan Mehrotra wrote for Film Companion about the 5-year anniversary of the film. Speaking with Anjali Menon, it was so interesting how she kind of tailored the characters that Dulquer, Nazria, and Niven Pauly played in the movie, kind of on themselves. So it was really interesting hearing about the creation of the film and how she changed the script just 14 days before, did a final editing, a final draft. Let's see. Vineet is in Oman. Things are getting tense. Yeah, things are getting tense everywhere. Hey, Nishant. Yeah, I was curious how you guys are all doing. It's been, tense is a good word for it. We're not as bad as New York yet here in Chicago area, but things are quite serious. Now that we know that my youngest son has mononucleosis, for those of you coming in a little bit later, he does not have COVID-19, so thank you God on that. But he did get diagnosed with mononucleosis, and he's got a pretty bad case of it. It's such a bad sore throat right now that he can't really eat anything except like shakes and smoothies. He's having a hard time eating and swallowing. And so my oldest son works at a pharmacy, and he was able to go back to work because we'd all been quarantined in the house, not knowing if it was COVID-19 that he had. But he's out of isolation, but I've been spending a lot of time trying to get him to drink and eat and taking care of him. And it's been tense. But I'm thankful in a way that I don't have young children at home, because I'm seeing the posts that other people are talking about trying to work from home and trying to do schooling for their kids online. And I know it's a lot. Hey, John. So I have a sister-in-law who's a nurse, and she and my brother are divorced. So they share custody. And she called me yesterday and told me that we had this alert that went out by our governor saying they're calling all healthcare workers, that they need them. And so she has experience working in an ICU and ER, but she hadn't for in a quite some time. And she felt like, okay, she has to answer the call. And so she told my brother that he's going to have to take the girls because she doesn't want to come home and expose them working with COVID-19 patients. So it's very, very, very serious. Hey, Sandro. Um, so yeah, I was just curious how you're all handling being at home. I know it's going to be really challenging. All we do is make make forays out to the grocery store. Although we have a grocery store delivery here, and I tried that for the first time yesterday. Hey, Kevin, my son actually got diagnosed with mononucleosis. So we know now that it's not COVID-19, but he's still quite ill. And that's part of the reason why I haven't been doing videos, is because I've been nursing him and trying to get him to drink because it's so hard for him to swallow. So it's taken up a lot of my time and just a lot of my mental energy, if you understand what I mean. I've been really stressed out about how sick he's been. And it feels weird to be glad that he's going to have an illness that could last weeks or even possibly months, because it's the kind of illness, if you're not familiar with it, where you can be very fatigued and weak for weeks. But knowing it's not COVID-19 is a relief. So it's kind of strange. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. Yeah, it is tough. It's tough. And he's just of that age. But actually, I'm thankful he's at home, because it would be quite serious if he had gotten while he was at college. It takes him a block to walk to where the dining hall is. And he's so weak right now, I can't even imagine how he would have been able to cope. So if there's good timing to have something like this, I suppose it's good timing, since we're all stuck inside our houses. Yeah, I should probably put out a warning next time. I just sort of had a feeling. I just hadn't done a video in a while, and I just, on spur of the moment, did a live stream. I just got off a Zoom meeting for something, for a not-for-profit that I work on, and I'm like, yeah, so I should probably probably give you guys a little bit of a heads up. But I also thought, I think last time I did it, and it was morning your time, although I suppose pretty much everybody's at home now. I don't know. Hey, AJ Promo Media, thanks for joining. What have you been up to during the quarantine? I haven't really been out of the house. I'm immunocompromised myself because of a medication that I have to take. So I have to, I'm trying to not be the one that goes to the grocery store. Let my husband or my older son do that. I did get outside to do some yard work, but where we are in Chicago area, it's just not been good weather. It has been a lot of rain and still cold. I only have a couple of spring flowers. So I'm hoping to get out today, and tomorrow it's supposed to be a little bit warmer. I'm planning hopefully to get out and do a nice walk today, or do some yard work or something, just to get out of the house. All-time favorite Tamil song. Forgive me, because I am like, I can't speak Tamil, but it's from, it's the one with Aishwarya. It's the remake of Sense and Sensibility. Oh, I have to look it up, but it's she's kind of doing a dance, and that's the first time that Mammootty's character sees her, and I love that one so much. Ashmal says, yeah, our government will extend the lockdown period. That's what happened here. We were supposed to have it released April 7th, which I was skeptical about. And our governor just, I don't remember if it was yesterday or the day before, everything's blurring together. I'm sure it's the same for you. That he just announced it's going to be through the whole month of April. And I'm wondering if it's going to be even longer. So, yeah, and I know things are just beginning in India, but we're not as bad as New York yet. But I feel like we're a week or so away from what New York is experiencing, which is really frightening. Who was your all-time favorite Indian actor? Is it Vijay Sethupathi? Well, I have so many favorites. It's like saying, who's my favorite child? Now, I would say my first love is Shah Rukh Khan. So, yeah. I mean, probably still Shah Rukh Khan. I've seen the most of his films. I've seen 57 of Shah Rukh Khan's films. I haven't seen every one of them. You know what? I own Shakti, The Power on DVD, and I should watch that while I'm stuck here in quarantine since the theaters are closed. I've kind of been saving it. I think this is the moment. This is the rainy day. Bring out one of the last Shah Rukh Khan films that I have yet to see. What about actress? I love Rani Mukherjee is a favorite, but um, I just there's so many. I mean, I love Kajal Agrawal. Samantha Akanani did some really good work last year. I love her. I love her. Let's see. What's your most anticipated Indian movie? Um, Maybe right now the Marakar Malayalam big historical epic, and I'm sure that's been delayed. So, um, yeah, I'm not really sure what's coming up soon in the pipeline for Hindi cinema. I'm not. Maybe you guys can let me know. But any words for Nawazuddin Siddiqui about his acting? I think he's one of the finest actors in Indian cinema. His autobiography, from what I heard, was a little sketchy, like his views towards women, and yeah. But you cannot deny that the man is one of the finest actors, not just in Indian cinema, in all cinema. He is amazing. Gangs of Wasseypur, yeah. Let's see. Actually, found you. Hey, Anushri, you found me through Don't Call It Bollywood. Yeah, Margaret and I have been friends, and we've been able to go to movies together. And before she even had her blog, I can't remember. She was doing. Oh, I remember. She was doing her master's thesis on non-Indian fans of Bollywood, and so I answered her questionnaire, and then I had an email conversation with her for a matter of months, and she was sort of my mentor. She was like, "Okay, you've seen this. Now you have to see this." You know how she is, like the amazing depth of knowledge that she has because she's been watching Indian films for over a decade. And we would meet at this Indian movie theater, and she would just come with a bag full of DVDs and just be like, "Here, you need to watch these." So we've had a long, and it was great to be able to have that recent video podcast. And I want to do that again since I know she's also trapped at her parents' house right now. Would you recommend any books for me? Mystery thrillers. Oh gosh. Mystery thrillers are not so much my genre. Have you read Tony Hillerman's? I love those mysteries. They're set in the Indian lands in Arizona and New Mexico. He's one of my favorite authors, so I would recommend those. Your all-time favorite movie is 96. That's right up there for me too. I love that film so much. If you watch my review, you know how much I loved it. Hey, Robin, thanks for coming through. I'm stressed. I'm sure all of us are stressed. Came in late. My son is still quite ill, not with COVID-19, but with mononucleosis. And I've been spending a lot of time nursing him and taking care of him. So that's why no videos. Overrated acts. I'm not even going to get into that, Anushri. Oh, yeah. That's a landmine. Robin, thanks for watching my reviews. Fahad, Kevin, I would agree with you. He is just one of the top actors. And like I said, I just did this podcast with Manish Mathur that will come out in about a week or two about Bangalore Days. And I don't know that that's Fahad's best acting. That was the first time that I saw him on screen. And it was interesting to watch it again, seeing how far he's come even in the last 6 years. And, but I was just telling Manish had never seen a Malayalam film, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many great actors in that movie. Do a review of Trans Vishal. I have done one, so if you just Google Pardesi Trans, you should be able to find it. Justin George, yeah, I just read because Dolker was sending a tweet to Prithviraj, and so then I read about how they're stuck in Jordan with the travel restrictions. I had no idea he was filming there, but it's got to be really tense and uncertain, and I'm sure they're wanting to be home. And yeah, really, I'm going to be monitoring that situation. I really feel for them being stuck like that. Let's see. Um, Favorite music director. Oh, like you're catching me off guard. Like I don't remember everybody's names, but the guy that did besides A.R. Rahman, of course, he is number one. And I was very disappointed. He's already canceled his entire North American tour. He was supposed to come to Chicago in June. I kind of thought it would be canceled, but yeah, we just got news of that. Help me out, guys. The music director of Totally Prema is one example. I thought that soundtrack was amazing. I'm blanking on the guy's name. I know it begins with a T, but that's all that I can remember right off the top of my head right now. Non-Indian series that you're streaming on Netflix, or any other place. I'm into K-dramas right now, Korean dramas. I've just finished Crash Landing on You, which is awesome, and also something that that's on Netflix. And then just because it's easy to watch, I'll be honest with you, right now I'm so tense, it's hard to watch things. Sometimes I'm not in the mood to watch things with subtitles, and I've been watching Schitt's Creek on, I can't remember if it's Netflix or Amazon Prime, which is just, everybody's been talking about it, and I had never gotten into it. And I think they just, finished the 5th or 6th season or whatever. So I've been watching that, and it's really good. Brahmastra's coming up. Oh my God. You don't have to tell me, Varun, that Brahmastra's coming out. Every Indian film shown in Chicago, they have that same trailer with Amitabh and Ranbir's voiceover. Oh my God. Like, I can't wait for a real trailer for that. I've seen it a million times. Yes, I'm waiting for that. I know about that film very much, and I know it was delayed. And Ranveer's 83. Yeah, I've seen the stills for that. I know every production, every movie release, everything has been delayed. God knows when we will get to see that. How am I? Hey, VS Bar Raj. I'm kind of tense, like probably everybody else, but I'm doing pretty well, and I'm glad to be chatting with all of you. It's a nice relaxation for me. Sean, it's cool. Hope you and family are okay. Sending love from New York City. I'm sending my love back to you. I know things are much worse in New York. Please stay safe, stay healthy. I know it's really tense there. Taman, yes. Thank you, Louisville Blues. It's exactly who I meant. He has done several soundtracks that I admire, and then when I looked up to see who it was, I'm like, yeah, that's the man. He is very, very good. Netflix is Schitt's Creek. That's where you can look for it. Thank you, Sir Rob, for pointing that out. That's what I thought. Yeah, it's very happy, and it's just, snarky kind of comedy that I like, and I love the actors in it, and it's just light and fluffy right now, which is very relaxing. Would I recommend Ozark? I would. I haven't watched all of the first season. If you're looking for something light, it's not light. It's dark, but it's excellent. And Justin Bateman is very, 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 very good. There's a lot of great actors in it. Yeah, I would highly recommend that. It's won awards. Watched all other reviews for Jersey, and I gave an honest review. Well, I mean, it hit me in a particular moment. Like, I literally watched it the same day after my father had 2 funerals, because he was a college professor, and they did a memorial service for him after, the one that we'd had in the church. And I literally was like, oh, sports movie, I'll go see this. That'll be escape, right? I had no idea what I was walking into seeing that movie. I didn't cry at my own father's funeral. It's like I was holding it together for my mom. I'm the oldest child, holding it together for everybody. And then I was sitting there in that movie theater. I think I was alone, actually. I don't think that many people had gone. It was, like a Wednesday night or something. I saw them. And it just hit me so hard, right? Like, all the themes of fatherhood and the sacrifice that he made for his son. And yeah, it just meant so much to me. And Yeah, it's an amazing film, amazing performance, and Shraddha Srinath. I don't think I've ever seen a marriage portrayed on screen the way that script did, the way the two of those actors played off each other in that film. There was love, but there was strain. There was so much depth to that relationship. It was really something. Varun says that Ajay Devgan is going to do a Kati remake. Okay, I can totally see that. I can totally see that. He would be good at that. B for you, M. My son does not have COVID-19. We actually got him tested for mononucleosis. So he's still very sick, and that's why I have not been making videos. He has a really severe sore throat, hard for him to eat and drink, and I've just been nursing him and taking care of him, but he's not in isolation in the basement anymore, which is a big relief. Did I watch? No, Sanu, I haven't seen Ayapyam Kashyam yet, and I know Jimmy Cage just did a review of it, and I definitely want to see it. It's been stressful. There's a lot that I want to catch up on, and you'd think I'm at home. Why don't I watch everything? But there's just so much going on. But I want to. Have I seen Dead Poets Society? Oh, of course. Yeah. I've seen probably most of Robin Williams' films. Bunty and Broadley sequel with Ronnie? What? Safe is stepping in instead of Abhishek? Sacrilege. What? No way. Okay, it's not that I don't like Safe. Okay, first of all, there can be nobody but Ronnie in that, but I don't know. I suppose he can do comedy, but that's one of Abhishek's best. Oh, yuck. All right. Okay. I have not seen any of Satyajit Ray's films, and I know I need to. I actually own Pyasa on DVD, and I just haven't watched it yet. Hussein, my son is still quite ill, but he has mononucleosis, not COVID-19. So I'm weird to be thankful for that since he's going to be ill for weeks, but I am thankful. Sometimes 2016, a Netflix Tamil movie. Thank you and Johnny Ojan. I will look for that. I would agree that Jimmy Cage is one of the best reviewers. I enjoy the work that they put into the thumbnails. Unbelievable. I like what they do. I get such a kick out of seeing those thumbnails. I look tired. Yeah, I know. Sorry. That's what my mother-in-law says when we're sending video messages. We've been using Marco Polo. She's like, you look tired. Let's see. Have I seen the movie 100% Love starring Naga Chaitanya? I don't think I did. Wait, 100% Love, Tamana. Okay, I'm not sure. I don't think so, but I'll have to look. Is that I'm thinking of 100 Days of Love with Dolker. It's not a remake of that. What's my time? It is in the morning. It is 11:46, so almost noon here. So I thought I would switch it around and do, I think last time it was morning for you guys. Are you aware of the what the fuck AIW podcast? They have extreme 1-hour movie reviews for Indian films from their garage. I think so, but I don't know that I have watched that many. Am I Marvel or DC? Okay, I'm not going to get into that fan war because I think it's stupid. I like both of them. I watched both kinds of movies. I've probably watched most of the Marvel films, although I didn't get to see Birds of Prey yet. And I'm thrilled. What they're doing in the States here is films that were still in the theater because they've shut all the theaters. They're doing video on demand streaming, and then you pay like $20. So a normal theater ticket would be like $11, $12. So it's twice as much, but you only have to pay once for everybody in the house to be able to watch it. So I'm planning on streaming that. And there was a new Jane Austen adaptation, Emma, that I didn't catch in the theater, so I'm going to see that. Hussein Mahboob, yeah, I had a long time viewer just begged for me to watch that, and I enjoyed it so much. I need to watch some more old classic films. I think that they were do me good right now. Abhishek is doing Serial Killer Like Honey. Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Have you seen the following movies? Yes, I have not seen Zubaida. I have seen Rangila a long time ago, like before I was doing video reviews. Andas Apna Apna, yes, I have seen it, but I'll tell you, it's one of those films that was really hard for me to completely get everything because it's a lot of wordplay kind of humor, and then you lose that in translation and subtitles. So the slapstick kind of thing came through, but not everything. I just felt like it was one that I was really at a disadvantage being a foreigner trying to watch it. Let's see. Is that Ben on the hospital? Ben is not in the hospital. No, Ben is at home. He has mononucleosis. So it's going to be a lingering illness and he's quite ill, but he's not at the hospital. Yeah, I know it's late for you guys in the evening. Justin James, Veta, 2016 Malayalam movie, highly underrated. Okay. Have I seen Alapate? You know what? I started to watch it, but I don't know that I've ever finished that one. So that's one that I need to go back and see. Geo Sebastian, no, I have not seen Android Kunjapan or Ayapanam Kashyam or Driver's License. So I have a long list of things that I should be seeing, and I just have not been able to sit down and concentrate. Plus, now my son, who's sitting in the family room and he's home and he's watching cartoons because he's sick. So there you go. It's hard to get control of the TV. Wanted to ask your opinion about Netflix and the Oscars. I think there had been a bias against it, but they really made a showing this year. There were several films that were Netflix films, like Martin Scorsese's film, which I don't think was his best work this year. But anyway, they made a big play this year, and they I think it's an older generation that has a bias against only seeing things in the theater. But frankly, most of the members of the Academy they get these free DVD screeners, or they get a link to be able to stream things, and that's the way that most of them are watching them. Let's see. Kevin says, "Can't wait for Master." Me too. I don't know when that's going to be delayed, but oh my God, Vijay Sethupathi and Vijay together, like. You know me, I'm going to love that. Have you watched a Kannada movie, Kalavudari? No, I have not, but I did just see Dia last week, and I really enjoyed it, so review of that coming soon. The ending, oh my God. Katrina and Akshay, yeah, I think that will be good to see them together. I think they do have a good chemistry, and I'll be looking forward to that one. What is your favorite? Who is your favorite movie reviewer? Well, he's no longer alive. My favorite movie reviewer is Roger Ebert. So I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He's actually he and his partner Gene Siskel did the thumbs up, thumbs down. They were Chicago reviewers, but he had a worldwide scope, and he championed little movies, which is like what I like to do too. I kind of think in my head, what would Roger do when I'm doing my reviews? Because he wasn't kind of highbrow that only liked, that highfalutin, artsy movies. He liked popular films too, and that's I model myself after thinking about him. Let's see. Everybody's got to wait. Have you watched Jersey? Kevin, go look up my review of Jersey. because I sobbed through a lot of it because I saw it. It was my favorite Telugu film of all of 2019. I agree with you. It is an amazing, amazing film. Um, if Netflix makes movies like The Marriage Story, then they should be eligible for Oscars. I totally agree. To me, I think there's a blurring. Obviously, the best is to see something in the theater, but you know what? If you live in the middle of rural America, you can't necessarily, you don't have a theater that plays art films like that. The opening up of access through being on streaming is huge for a lot of people. Varun, you're my favorite living reviewer. I would agree. Borrowed Wedge Rangan is my favorite reviewer who is living. Um, so, in Marriage Story, while difficult to watch, was amazing acting. Oh my God, Adam Driver, the guy, like he is just something else. Vacation Destination. Um, just for pure relaxation, I like going to Mexico, which is a tropical place to go from here. And but I think my favorite vacation that we ever took was to Australia and New Zealand. It was just amazing. Absolutely loved it. Have I watched any Akira Kurosawa films? Yes, but maybe only one or two. Kajol has a new short film, Devi. Uh, okay, I was not aware of that, so I will look for that. And it's a short film, so where is it? Is it on a streaming channel? So I will look for that. What is your profession? On Joni John, I have been a stay-at-home mother for many years. Before that, I have a computer science degree from an engineering college. But I am like a super volunteer, so I'm involved with various not-for-profit organizations, and I'm the president on the board of a local theater, and I'm on a advocacy council. So, I do a lot of volunteer work. But I guess if someone asks me, I say I am a YouTuber. That's my profession. Irivar, yes, Irivar has been on my list, Srinath, for a long time. It's kind of intense for right now, I'll be honest with you, but I will try to get to that. It's just like, does anybody else feel like they just want to watch comfort watch kind of things right now? That's kind of where I'm at right now. I don't know if it's the same for you. Navneet, thank you for blessing you and hope that you stay safe as well. Have I been to India? Anushri, oh my gosh, no, I've never been to India, and I was planning on a trip in November, and now everything is absolutely upside down. And my oldest son's wedding has been canceled. That was supposed to happen at the end of this month, of April. Like, I don't know when we're going to reschedule the wedding. So every other plan is just out the window. Like, I don't know. Sarang, my favorite Indian actor would be Shah Rukh Khan. He's my first love. So one of the first Indian films I ever saw was Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge. If you Google Pardesi introduction video, you can see kind of my favorites of the different industries. I will tell you that Dulquer Salman is the lock screen of my iPhone, much to my husband's annoyance. But Shah Rukh Khan, I've seen the most of his films. I've seen 57 of his films. Who have VJ asked, have you influenced people who are not familiar with Indian movies? Yes. I'm in a Bollywood dance class, and I have taken to see the Bahubali films, some of the non-Desi ladies in the class. I showed them KKKG, Rabni Bani Di Jodi, because it has dancing in it. For one of my big birthdays, I made all of my friends sit down and watch Bang Bang, because I thought it was like accessible to different people of different interests. So I've tried. One of my sister's birthday, I sent her a bunch of Indian movie DVDs. So, I try. ES asks, why did you name the channel as Pardesi? So I started On Bolly Fools, and then when I was going to make my own channel, I was partnering with Kartik, who was involved with Bolly Fools. He was the one that asked me to be on Bolly Fools, and so we literally spent hours. We would think of a name, and then we would look it up, and somebody else had already taken it, and we kept looking and looking. And at that point, he thought he would also be posting videos, which he never did, but we were trying to come up with something. He told me Pardesi also could mean someone who's like an expat, who is away from the home country. And so that's what we came up with. So I know I mispronounce it. I don't do it exactly right, but so that's where it came from. But now I think it's kind of perfect. I am an outsider. I'm a foreigner. That's who I am, but I still love all India movies. What do you think of the Oscars? Okay, so who's saying Oscars are like my World Cup or the Super Bowl or whatever. Like I follow them like other people follow sports stats. Okay. There's a website called Awards Daily that's like that. Like they rank what awards different films have gotten, what the chances are, like if something won the Directors Guild or the Writers, like to that level. Okay. I throw a party every year for female friends, and I pass out ballots, and I have a contest, and I give prizes of DVDs, and I sit there. It's like a sports competition for me. Like when Parasite won, I lost my mind. I was just, yes. So the foreign language category is quite political. I know it is it's not just by merit. Let's just put it that way. Nothing in the Oscars is just by merit. It's very political. People do campaigns to get attention. They do counter campaigns where they start spreading dirty stories about other movies like that. You cannot say that the Oscars is what the best film is. That's just not, it's not realistic. It is a political game. And I don't know that India has been nominating necessarily the kind of film that is going to appeal to the other foreign language voters, you know what I mean, who narrow it down to that final five. And so you have to think about not just the Indian audience, but what is the global audience? What is the kind of film that they've responded to that's won that category? So, but this year, Parasite, a film with subtitles, that's the first time ever that a foreign language film has won the Oscar. I think it's going to open the floodgates. It is such a huge change. It's amazing. Like, I'm really excited about it. Okay, sorry. Like, I'm trying to keep up with us. Let's see. All the books. Okay, on John, look at my introduction video and you'll see what made me start. It was because Kartik interviewed me after watching the second Bahubali film. And then he was like, have you ever thought of being on YouTube? That's how that all happened. Are the books my collection? These are all like my to be read pile, most of them. I'm really into romance novels, and yeah, I have a lot, a lot on my list to read. What is your favorite Bollywood film of 2019? It wasn't the best year. Now I'm blanking on what I said my number one was. Was it Article 15 was up there? Okay, now I'm blanking. I have a top 5 Hindi films of 2019, Hanan, so double check that. But I know in the list were Sky is Pink, Article 15. Like my brain is fried right now. What do I think of Varun asked, what do I think of fan fights? I think they're ridiculous. I mean, I know everyone treats it like it's their tribe, like their identity, who they're fans of. Okay, so VJ made a remake of Okadu. Like, it's never happened before. I think it's an honor. Like, you don't say that necessarily one is the best, and they're different things. You know what I mean? But you can tell the same story in a slightly different way, and I'm fine with that. There's a movie, Pardesi. I'll have to look at that Mohanlal film. Let's see. Please watch A Wednesday. I have seen A Wednesday, and I would agree with you, Navneet, that it is an excellent film. I saw it some years ago. I think that's the one with Nazarita Shah plays the terrorist guy. Yeah. I mean, the guy with the bomb. Yeah, very good. And then wasn't that the one with Rishi Kapoor playing the really evil guy? Yeah, he was something. Okay. What is your favorite Malayalam actor except Mohanlal? Sarang, do you know me? Dulker. He is this lock screen to my phone. I love him. Even if he may not be the most talented, he's the most charming. Siva, it's good to see you. Thank you for joining this. Pardesi Synagogue in Cochin. Oh, wow. That's very cool. Siva asks, have I seen Dasavataram? I don't think so. Is it a Mohanlal film? My favorite Hollywood actor. I think Daniel Day-Lewis is probably the most talented. He's not somebody that I'm like, oh my God, I'm such a fangirl or something like that. He has such a commitment, and the way he goes into roles is just absolutely amazing. Anwar says they don't understand why they send those movies. I think it's a political choice. However, Gully Boy, I don't necessarily think that was the worst choice, but it may not have been the best choice. However, I think the creators of that film had connections in Hollywood because you literally have to market your film and campaign for it. And the director of Parasite was in LA for a long time, going all to those screenings and attending all those award shows, and everybody just loved him, right? So that was part of it. Have I seen any Bala movies? I have, yes. I have seen Pithamagan, I think. I don't know that I have seen Setu. They're very tragic. Okay, that's not necessarily what I'm in the mood for. Did I like the ending of La La Land? Anushri asked. While I might want the perfect happily ever after, I thought it was amazing. Kind of showing what could have been. And I think there are a lot of relationships like that where you see someone later and you had taken different paths and you could kind of wonder, what if I had been with that person? Yeah, I once had a horrible thing. Like I found on Facebook the guy I went to prom with and found out he had 7 children. Oh my God. I was like, whew, dodge that bullet. Tamil film called Rhythm starring Arjun. Okay, Srinath, I will look for that. How about just ask, which movie industry in India is, according to you, the best? Please be honest. Okay, I can't, there is no best. There is no best. To me, they each have different flavors, if you will. So let's asking, do I like Chinese food? Do I like Mexican food? Do I like Thai food? Do I like Italian food? They have different flavors. Like one is not necessarily the best. What am I in the mood for tonight to eat? What am I in the mood for tonight to see? So I like them for different reasons. I think Malayalam film is something special. To me, it reminds me of independent cinema in America, like I would see at the Sundance Film Festival. But if I want to see big, huge dance numbers and whatever, Bollywood fits the bill. The melodramatic acting doesn't bother me. I mean, I like that. And there's certain stars that, and then Telugu films, maybe I'm in the mood for something really masala or big in scale like Bahubali. So, and then Tamil film has Mani Ratnam. So what can you say? Okay, my favorite Tamil actor. Oh. That is hard. There's so many that I enjoy for different reasons. I think Surya. I really enjoyed the depth and the different kinds of films that I've seen him do. So, but there's so many. I mean, Yeah, I mean, you've got Kamal Hassan and things like Nikon, and yeah, I mean, there's so many amazing ones. Let's see. Would you agree are underrated? I would totally agree that Kankanas and Sharma and Kalki are underrated. I think Kankana Sharma, she Luck by Chance. I thought she was very good, and Wake Up Sid. I don't know if that's her best, but I specifically remember how great she was, kind of a level above everybody else in the film. Let's just put it that way. Let's see. Siva is telling me that Dasa Bataram is a Kamal Hassan movie. Okay, I will look for that. Nice. Good night, Navneet. I know I'm keeping everybody up late. Okay, so Justin is telling me that there was a Malayalam film, Abu Son of Adam, that was sent, and then he made a movie, and the Oscar goes to about starring Tovino Thomas. What? Okay, gotta look that up. Let's see. What is your favorite Joker film? I think Okay Kanmani, because that was my first with him. And he's so charming in that one. Solo, I agree, he was very talented. Like I don't remember the characters' names, but that Solo, for those that don't know, he played 4 different characters in very different short film stories. And I think the one where he was the doctor with the glasses, and there had been the traffic accident. Oh my God, that was like seeing him kind of play dark, and also when he was sort of the gangster character, I thought was some of his best acting that he's done. Yeah. Bollywood sends the wrong film. Yeah. Paheli was sent to the Oscars? Really? I didn't know that. That's one of my favorite films, actually, of Shah Rukh Khan. Do I think Asian movies are now influencing Hollywood? Anwar asks. I think they have for a long time. Look at Quentin Tarantino. He's so influenced by Asian films. Beautiful next was Hussein. Yeah, it's not a blue gem. It's actually fused glass. So I love, you'll see, I have a lot of glass kind of jewelry like that. Let's see. Louisville's, would a public actor-actress behavior affect your movie watching experience? I saw Panga recently, and Kangana was brilliant in it. Would you enjoy the movie more if she was not vocal in public appearances? She has a right to be vocal, but I do agree that some of the shenanigans that her sister gets up to does tinge my reaction to her, and I try to just watch her films, just viewing her acting, but you're right, it kind of colors it. She has every right to be outspoken, but I don't know. Let's see. Anish says, Mr. and Mrs. Iyer, her first movie is Kankana's best. Okay, I'll have to look for that. Thank you for that recommendation. Did you cry after Iron Man snap at Endgame? I don't know. I don't know that made me cry. I mean, I thought it was a good scene, but I don't know. Okay, so I think it has been over an hour, and I know it's late for you guys, so I'm going to sign off, but we'll definitely be doing more of these in this quarantine period when we're all stuck in our homes and we can't go out to the movie theaters to see movies. I know I'm going stir crazy. You know, I go to the movie theater like 2 or 3 times a week, and it's really strange to be home. Please, everyone, stay safe, stay healthy. Please wash your hands. So please. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.